most people spend a lot of their time on other people's things, whether it's through email, answering phone calls, or just doing things that other people need from them. And they feel productive about it. But in reality, it's a lie. Let's talk about that in a second. But first, think about this, which is also from Seneca. He said that men do not let anyone seize their estates, but they allow others to encroach on their lives. Why, they themselves even invite in those who will take over their lives. You will find no one willing to share out his money. But to how many does each of us divide up his life? People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. And that brings us to what I call the other 80-20 rule. You see, you've probably heard the 80-20 rule, that 80% of your results come from 20% of the work. A lot of people talk about it these days. But the other 80-20 rule that is as important is that you want to spend at least 80% of your time on yourself, on 10x things, and then only the remainder 20% or the remainder little bit on things other people demand of you, on things that essentially don't help you move toward your goals, but maybe they have to get done anyway. There's actually a famous time management theory called the pickle jar theory, which is kind of similar. So if you imagine a pickle jar, let's say you have 4 things that need to go in that jar. Let's say you have rocks, pebbles, sand, and water. If you fill up the jar with just water, then there's no room for the other 3 things. But if you start with first the big rocks, and then the pebbles, and then the sand, and then the water, you'll be able to fit all of it in the jar. And the same thing is with your time. You want to not only spend the majority of it on yourself and on important things and on things that move you measurably closer to your goal, but you want to do it first. You do that in 2 ways. First of all, you want to devote at the very least the first 3 big chunks of time to yourself. You get up, you do your ritual, you have some breakfast, which could be part of your ritual, and then you go to work on yourself. You don't spend time answering emails. You don't spend time doing things that people have asked of you. You spend those first 3 chunks of time on things that move you measurably closer. And then what you can do is schedule a 4th chunk of time that is scheduled and devoted specifically to doing all those other things all at once. And when you schedule a chunk of time to do all those things, you're then chunking all these things together. You're chunking all the things you have to do together. So you're getting them done all at once and you're doing it really efficiently. Whereas if you were to spread those out throughout the day, those could have taken the entire day. So again, it's really simple, but it's extremely important. Do your ritual and schedule the first 3 chunks of time to important things, and then schedule a 4th chunk where you clump all those things together that you need to take care of, but that don't really add value to your life, that don't give you a return on your investment.